So shit, here it is, This is a message to young Pharaoh. I follow your videos. I be watching a little bit of what you do and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I push anyone forth who is open their third eye, who's spiritually awoke to the most high and uh and trying to pass the knowledge down. But it's also gotta be passed down in a proper way. You have to pass knowledge down. See, I've got Muslim blood. I've got a lot of different, in my family, I've got a lot of different culturality in my family alone. So therefore, I guess you could say I'm multicultural. Multicultural enough to know all religion is made for brainwashing. No matter what book you want to read from. Old Testament, New Testament, this Testament, that Testament, Sumerian scribes, Sand scribes, it doesn't matter. It all leads back to deities and things you shouldn't believe in, relics and things you shouldn't want to fuck with. But, I see a lot of these cats, you know what I'm saying, they get their little donations and they get all ringed up and chained up and, I guess they think they're awoken. I choose not to be materialistically driven, though. My ambition is more towards all the knowledge I can get at all time, at any given time, and pass it out in a most peaceful form to all. Because in the end, the only ones that win are the ones that are awoke. The lost tribe are going to be the ones that are awoke. And we don't come in colors. We come in the same mindset. We come in the same kindness. We don't come in division. It's not a color barrier. Never has been. But they always will make it be. And until we as a community choose not to feed into the racial divide and choose to feed into true equality of individuals without a religious book judging whether ye or yay were here first or who was here last. I don't think that's the bigger picture. I think the bigger picture is unity, networking, and dropping knowledge on each other. You know what I'm saying? Each other passing these secret teachings down. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be an issue to where, I learned because I was raised in the projects, one of white families. Um, don't box yourself in. Be universal. You learn a lot more. You pick up a lot more from being multicultural. You know what I'm saying? When you box yourself in, you never know what the enemy's thinking or if there is an enemy. You understand? So when you choose to box yourself in, you only get X amount of information. So it's always best to step outside of the box, see what's going on over here, and it never has to be in a defensive mode. Knowledge isn't about aggression. Knowledge is about equality and being one with one another. You know, that's what true awakening is. If anybody claims to me they're awoken or they're awake and they choose to push a certain movement, but yet they put a division between the people, then I don't think the Most High would appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And for the people that are truly awoken, us ghetto-fied individuals across the world, across the globe, uh, those kind of gimmicks only last for so long, you know, until you truly get awoken and you see no division with anybody. There's only strife because our society makes it that way. But we as individuals choose to either reflect that or deflect that, you know, and show your light. Let your light shine on everybody because none of us are any dumber than the next. We all have the ability to shine. It doesn't matter your color, your creed. It doesn't matter. We are all made up the same. Melanin doesn't mean anything to me. What melatonin means to me is you can withstand the longer than I. You know what I'm saying? I'm from a Nordic part of the globe. where my bloodlines reign from. Uh, does that make me evil? Nah, that just makes me me. Uh, People awaken and are awoke for a reason. And it's not because of a color. Uh, but now Bush, it could go either way. As long as Bush says I can keep my gun, I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? Because I can protect myself from this government and this police state that very well might one day come to try to take my gun. That, you know, uh, my constitutional rights say I can use it, I guess. I don't know. Will I choose? Who knows? But he says we can keep our guns, so I'm down with Donald. But I also keep an eye on Donald. You know what I'm saying? I don't let things he does slide by. I pay attention to everything, but I also know that I see the changing of the guard he's trying to pull. Whether he does it and he's successful, who knows? But I see the talks with Putin, and I see the talks with China, and I see the reason why he speaks with these individuals is because they are a reflection of what we used to be, what we used to stand for, a sovereign state. Just leave us the fuck alone. And, you know, as the pendulum swings. But make no assumptions that when it comes to being awoke and when it comes to having spirituality and pineal glands being open and people seeing things for what they really are, there is no color boundary. There's only the will to want to think, to want to know the truth. You know, there's no color in that. It's in the DNA. You know, we all eventually come from the same place. As far back as it goes, when it all starts, there was just one, and we all came from that. And I believe not to subscribe to what any book says. Uh, that's all mental mind wash. You speak about the Mandela effect, this, that, and third. Hey, there's more bloodshed been spread behind them Bibles than anything on this earth. Uh, so yeah, I choose not to get into that. And plus, I've delved into the Masonic Bible a little bit, and it's totally different from the Bibles that you may read or may not read. I don't know. I choose not to. I do defrag them. I read them to um, to show the astrological symbolism to all religions. As above, so below. You know, uh, but I don't choose to say because you're a certain color you can't think, or you're a certain color so you can't subscribe, or you're a certain color because nah, that's not the way it works. You know what I'm saying? And your goals will never be reached when you box yourself in. That's bondage talking. That's hundreds of years of whitewashing what the fuck is really going on here. And what the fuck is really going on here is only through the unification of the twos and fews, no matter the color, as long as you're a ghetto sculler and you're out here trying to get your grind on and get your fucking think tank going, and you're able to pass logical knowledge onto your followers and onto the public, will we have a true changing of the guard. There can't be an awakening of just a certain minority of people. It's got to be a grand awakening. We've all got to do this together. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I subscribe into. That's what I truly believe. As a universal unit, it's going to take all of us, individuals from each minority, to be awakening, and different real leaders, real individuals that spit knowledge that are going to be that will forecast the future. whether it be a doomsday situation or there may be true salvation for us. Who knows? But what I do know is that when you segregate yourself, you only, in the end, will annihilate yourself. One thug, one love, I'm gone. Nothing but unity. No disrespect towards anybody. I love everybody. Stay awoke.